All right, Brahmas. Hello, this is Mr. Desmond again, talking to you from my living room. We're still in coronavirus time, unfortunately, and obviously, we all know we're going to be here a lot longer. So, um, I was thinking about preparing for academic success and trying to get our minds right for the distance learning, which begins April 20th. So, when I was thinking of that, I was thinking this is kind of like a timeout in a game. And when I used to coach, I used to have the honor of coaching the freshman boys basketball team. And when I called a timeout, it was because something was going wrong out there and I wanted to talk to my team. And when we called the timeout, we got together and we made some changes. We made some adjustments so that when time went back in, we would be better. We would improve our performance. And I was thinking about it. What we're going through is kind of like an involuntary timeout. And we need to take the same mentality. During this timeout, what are we going to change and what are we going to adjust so that when time starts again, April 20th, you can hit the ground running and be more successful? So, the first thing I want you to think about is makeup work. Hopefully, you don't have any missing assignments, but if you do, you've got to do them. This is the time. There should be nobody who is missing any assignments at the end of this long break. And it'd be great if you got credit for it, but even if you don't get credit for it, it's going to benefit you if you're able to make up all that work from the past. Second thing I want you to do is really review, and your teachers have given you some enrichment materials and some review materials. And this is a great time to get together with a tutor or somebody you know, somebody who can help you online. And if you want to hire a tutor, you can contact me or Mrs. Brummett. Send us an email, and we'll give you some names of some students who want to work as tutors. But get together with somebody who can help you learn the stuff that you don't quite understand. And if you don't know what you don't quite understand, look through your past test scores, not just this semester, but last semester. That quiz where you got a 30%, that's kind of an indication that you didn't really get that material. And that would be a great place to start and try to figure out what was going on, because anything you do from the past will build up your skills for the future. You also want to, another change you want to make is to organize yourself. And the first place to start is your backpack and your folder. You should have everything totally organized and know exactly where everything is. You also want to organize your workspace. So whether it's in your room or in the living room or in the kitchen, wherever it is, you need to have a nice space that you can make quiet when you need it to be, a place where you have online access so you can work with your teachers when that time comes, a place where you can make it nice and quiet for reading and writing. And then while we've got the time, you could reorganize your computer. I was doing this myself a little bit. And this is an example of a file I had in my computer from the 2010 California high school exit exam, a file I haven't looked at since 2008. Do you think I need it? I don't think so either. Okay, the last change to make is to mentally prepare yourself for success. The first step to that is telling yourself, I'm not going to miss a single homework assignment. Every time you say, well, I guess it's okay if I flake out on this one, you're making it easier for the next time to flake out. And all of a sudden, you're missing several homework assignments and you don't know what's going on and your grade is going down. The second thing is committing to studying for realsies. What I mean by that is we can all say, oh, I've got a quiz tomorrow. I'm going to study real quick, flip through. I pretty much know it. That's not the same as really studying. Really studying is over several days. Maybe make some charts for yourself. Something I always think helps is if you try and teach the material you're going to be tested on, try and teach that material to someone else. That's why your teachers know their stuff so well, because it's very difficult to know something well enough to teach it. So if you can teach someone else about the material you're studying, you're going to do great on that quiz or test. And then the last thing is make some goals for yourself. Maybe your goal is to bring up all of your grades. Maybe your goal is to feel like you totally understand every assignment. Maybe your goal is I'm going to prepare myself well so that I'm looking good for college. And then tell your family or tell some of your friends about what your goals are. Just like when you set a goal like I'm going to try and lose weight, when your buddy sees you eating that cupcake, he might say, "Hey, I thought you were trying to lose weight." Well, same thing. If you tell people my goal is to not miss a homework assignment, and then they see you're flaking out on homework, they might remind you, "Hey, let's get back on track." And the same thing with posting the goals where you'll be reminded. Make some goals for yourself and put them somewhere where you'll see them every day, just in case you have those momentary lapses where you lose focus. The timeout is going to be over April 20th, and I want you to think about what is going to be different when you get back in the game. What are you going to change? What are you going to adjust? And just remember that everything you do now is going to help you when you start next year as well. And now for this week's tune, I'm going to play a Pixies song. The Pixies are a great band. If you've got some time, we've all got some time, you should listen to them. This is one of their mellower tunes, and this is called Where Is My Mind, because I really want you to think about where is my mind? Where is your mind? Let's get it right. With your feet in the air and your head on the ground, try this trick and spin it. Yeah. Your head will collapse, there'll be nothing in it. You'll ask yourself, where is my mind? Where is my mind? Where is my mind? Way out in the water, see it swimming. I was swimming in the Caribbean. Animals were hiding behind a rock. Yeah. Except for the fish. And he looks me in the eye and he tells me, he swears, he said, where is my mind? Where is my mind? Where is my mind? Way out in the water, see it swimming. All right, promise. Take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and I hope everything is going as well as possible.